People talk about you, they'll say, okay, Rakul is
chala glamorous ga undi,
chala
glamorous ga undi. No, a glamorous word teesandi firstly. Okay, I am good. No, I am not good. I have to improve till the world says I'm good. I'm not going to believe I'm good. Like Venkatadri and Lokyam were hit back to back, and Karantika did well too, and they were like golden leg. And the moment Kick and Bruce Lee did not work, they're like, now iron leg aipoindi. I'm like, dude, I have the same leg. It's a flesh leg.
Has it always been like this since your childhood, or have you changed?
Wrong person.
Cannot disassociate yourself.
I cannot judge myself. I don't even realize I'm an actor. I said, oh, I'm going to make money in lakhs and I can get myself a car and all my friends will be jealous. So that's the reason I did my first film.
Okay, honestly, what was your first impression of Sukumar sir?
I really wanted to do Sukumar sir's film because I'd seen Arya and I knew about him, and I was like, oh God, don't tell me I can't do that film.
Did he see Divyanka in you, or did he actually want to work with you, so that's why he cast you? What was the reason?
You should ask him this. It'll be interesting to ask him.
I'm going to ask him definitely.
What is it that he saw in me, and actually make him praise me a little bit maybe.
You went like, what the fuck am I doing here? Why am I even doing this?
Even if I have done, I'm not saying it in front of camera. So even that is something I am not talking to you about. That was like a dshing.
Yeah.
Okay, dshing. Oh shit. Oh no, my heart is sinking. Talk.
Rakul, thank you so much for joining us. It's a great pleasure to have you back on the show once again.
Yes, thank you.
So it's become like a festive occasion for us. Every 2 months, we have a big film releasing. So we're all the more privileged to meet you once again. So
thank you. I hope that continues though. Now that, what is the next festival and when is the next release, I'm thinking?
February, right? Or maybe April, March.
Aprilish maybe,
right.
Yes.
Right. So big film coming up, so everybody's talking about it. What's going through your mind?
A lot is going through my mind, because what happens is that this is a film which I've stated earlier also, which is very close to my heart. Reason being that through the journey of the film I've learnt a lot. Sukumar sir being Sukumar sir, and the way he shoots, and from the techniques that he uses, and the way my character is, the way the film on the whole is, it's very close to my heart. Also, with the trailer being out, the expectations have gone up. Right. People are really liking the trailer, calling it a very different trailer. Now when the expectations are there, reaching, automatically it becomes, the pressure builds up.
Right.
So if a film is, okay, yeah, it must be a good film, and then it is a good film, then it's an instant super hit. But if you're already expecting it to be some other level, and even if you're very good and you're 1 inch below that level, it's a very tricky situation.
Right,
so a lot is going through my mind right now on that, and I hope people like it.
Talking about the trailer, it reveals so less of you. We don't know anything about you.
I am the secret.
The secret.
No,
what's your role like?
My role is I play a character called Divyanka, and Divyanka is a very rich girl. I'm playing Jagapati Babu's daughter, so he's very rich, and so am I. Gucci, Prada, very stylish, confident, head in her place, but very firm.
Okay.
That's the kind of character I'm playing, which I haven't played before. It's a very different character from the way she walks, talks, and her body language. Everything's very different. Divyanka has this whole style about herself that just get it done.
Okay.
That kind.
Is she very authoritative as well?
She is to an extent, yes. Yes, to an extent, yes.
Right. So, working with Sukumar Garu, the character brief, what was his first conversation like with you?
So, you won't believe me, I met him 3 times to take the narration, and all 3 times he did not give me the narration.
What did he do then?
So, first time I met sir, so he'll tell you, so, this character undi, Divyanka, ilanti ammai, so what are you doing? So the conversation would go to, what am I doing, what am I shooting for, and the time I put on the sir, okay, I'll come tomorrow and take the narration. So 2-3 times that happened. So 3rd time he gave me a one-liner, and then suddenly Tarak called him, and then there was some image that they were discussing, and discussion went into that blew in that blue dress and gold dress, you know about that image? Some people see it white and gold. So that discussion started, and again the narration didn't happen. So like just about 4 days before the film was starting, I finally told the co-director, I said, I want a proper narration. Then Sukumar sir gave me a narration, but then he doesn't tell you everything or confuse you, because he also improvises a lot on set, and he doesn't write dialogues. Okay. The only, like the best thing that I learned in this film, or I enjoyed the most, was that there were no dialogues. He would just come on set. Today we are shooting this. Ippudu adi konja kopam undi, ila ila ayindi mundu, Divyanka ela react chestundi, Rakul em cheptundi ee situation lo. So I would say, okay, he would say, you tell me in English, then we'll write it in Telugu, or I will tell you in English, you translate in Telugu. So he actually made me talk in the Telugu I know.
Okay.
So he would say, I want you to be angry. What will you say? So I would make up those 2-3 lines that I know, and then he would finish, you know, like properly write them down, and that's how we did. So 2-3 hours we would play with the scene. What would be the body language? What would I say? What is it that comes naturally? And then he would also notice my normal expression. So one day I was just laughing, I was just jumping over a rope. He said, we're going to do this in the song. So things like that. It looks nice.
So that actually reminds me of your speech at the audio launch. You said that this film helped me discover the actress in me.
Yeah.
And you also discovered that you can deliver your own lines, like dub for yourself.
Right.
So what else have you discovered about yourself in the process?
No, why I said discover the actress in me is because it wasn't a rehearsed performance. It was very natural. For example, there is this scene where, you know, like, I think we were talking about something and Sukumar sir said something, and I gave that grin smile that I always give. I was looking at him and I said, and then I laughed. So he said, you know what, we're going to do this slow laughter in the scene. So we repeated it in a scene. Now, not many people observe that much or make you do that. So we tried and kept it very natural as much as we could. And so that's the reason I said actress in me, because it was very spontaneous. And the reason I wanted to dub, actually it was Sukumar sir who said, I want you to dub. First I was very hesitant, but then I thought that this is a film which I have enjoyed so much, and I wanted to give my 100%, because otherwise when you look back at a film, voice plays a major role.
True.
I think your performance can be either lifted or spoilt with the way it's dubbed. So I wanted it to be mine. I wanted to give in my 100% so that when I look back, it's just my work, you know.
You're not scared of what people would say.
I am.
There might be a mixed reaction.
I am very scared. I'm very hesitant. In fact, I didn't want to dub initially. It was Sukumar sir who pushed me for it. He said, okay, just do a test dub.
Yeah.
So I did a test dub, and after that I heard the dubbing artist voice, and I actually thought that, you know, I think my voice is suiting the character, because a lot of English is also used in the film. So you know, those nuances where you say, okay, what, you know what, just let be. So if I talk like that, that's something that a dubbing artist will not be able to get, because it's me.
Yeah.
You know, and it's my way of pausing or saying, oh, forget it, whatever. So I have to do it, and that's when it'll look nicer. So yeah.
మీ ఎక్సైట్మెంట్ చూస్తుంటే ఇదివరకు ఎప్పుడు ఇంత ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయి చేసినట్టు అనిపించట్లేదు సినిమా.
కాదు, నేను అన్ని మూవీస్ ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయి చేస్తాను. ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఈ మూవీ గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నారు, అందుకని నేను ఈ మూవీ గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నాను. నెక్స్ట్ అంటే రిలీజ్ కూడా ఇదే ఉంది. దాని తర్వాత when we talk about Sirivennela, then I'll talk about Sirivennela. All movies I put in my 100%, yeah.
No, I understand that, but so much of your body language in the role that you're playing.
Yes, because I could, because that's how he made me do it.
Okay.
He wanted it to be very natural. He wanted it to be very spontaneous, and somewhere Divyanka's character is something that I can relate to. So, for example, in Sirivennela, I'm playing a village girl who talks kadandi, alage andi. Now, I am not that.
Yeah.
So I can't think like her, you know. So I have to be told, and then I can imagine to be her. But when it's Divyanka, I know about the brands. I know if she's carrying a Dior, how is she going to carry a Dior. You know, all those things. So I could put in my inputs here and there.
So what's Divyanka's favorite brand?
Prada.
Prada.
Mine. That's my favorite brand. So that's Divyanka's favorite brand.
Right. Now, from the trailer, a lot of us can understand that you're torn between your father, Jagamantha, and probably the guy you love. So how was that interacting with these two stalwarts on the sets?
On sets, Jagamantha Babu played my father for the second time.
Right.
Karan Tiga, he
Karan
played my
Tiga,
father, and now, so I think I had a friendly equation with him, and working with Tarak, I think he's a brilliant performer. I don't even have to say it, we all know it, but
Right.
you know, there are very few people who have the power to gather everyone's attention, like take the entire situation under control, and that's what he has. So if there are 50 people sitting in a room, he can actually take control of everyone's mind when he's performing.
Okay.
He has that power, that aura about him, so which is amazing.
No, I can see why you are so inspired by that. No?
Yeah.
Because it draws your attention to that extent. But as a performer, as an actress who's standing opposite him, does that become a big distraction for you?
Not distraction. See, considering it's not my language, you
Right.
know, and he is who he is. When the first scene that I was doing, I was a little nervous, for sure. I wouldn't lie. Little nervous that, okay, I don't know how he performs, and I didn't know him before. See, I knew, like, I'd met Ravi Teja Garu before, I knew Bunny before. I didn't know Tarak so well before, just met him once for like 2 minutes, so I didn't know anything about him. So I don't even know how he's going to perform or how he's on set.
But you have seen his films, right?
I've seen his films, but then everyone has a certain style of shooting.
Yeah.
Everyone likes, some people like to rehearse, some people just like to be silent, some people don't like to have anyone around. So all those things are there. I am, like, I can adjust with anything, but some people are very particular, so you need to know what's happening. So I was a little nervous. I was like, okay, I hope this is okay. I hope he's okay with the monitor, with the rehearsal. But then Sukumar sir and even they both made me feel very comfortable, and that's how it.
Okay, honestly, what was your first impression of Sukumar sir when he?
I've met Sukumar sir before as well.
For another film?
For another film.
Okay.
I had met him for Neno Kaden.
Okay. What happened?
No, that time they had already cast Kriti,
Okay.
and I happened to meet him through some Tamil producers, and I was doing my Tamil film at that time. And then he said that if we wanna, I think they hadn't logged Kriti yet, but they were in talking terms, and then they spoke to me. But I had signed Yarya, and Yarya was starting in 10 days, and we had already done 3 months of workshops.
Right. Right.
And I remember I cried that day, because I really wanted to do Sukumar sir's film, because I'd seen Arya and I knew about him, and I was like, oh God, don't tell me I can't do that film. There was a point I thought maybe I should just think, but then I thought no, it's unfair on my part to have rehearsed for a film for 3 months and I can't ditch them at last moment, and whatever's meant to be is meant to be, you know, will happen. So
Nannaku Prematho, do you think it was destiny that brought you back to Sukumar, or?
I think it's destiny everywhere. Destiny plays a huge role. I mean, of course it's our hard work. I always believe that you can't leave anything to destiny. Your hard work designs your destiny, but at the end of the day, the route that you're going to take, whether you're going to get there or not, is something which is pre-decided. Now, the amount of hard work you put in is something that makes the journey more beautiful or more difficult or more whatever, you know, but it's always a mix of both.
Sukumar garu cheppara, did he see Divyanka in you, or did he actually want to work with you, so that's why he cast you? What was the reason?
You should ask him this. It'll be interesting to ask him what
ask him
what is it that
but
he saw in me, and actually make him praise me a little bit, maybe.
Definitely going to do that, but did he tell you something about that?
About Divyanka?
No, why he wanted to cast you for this role?
He doesn't talk that much on those notes. No, he didn't tell me why he wanted to cast me, but he did tell me a few scenes that he really liked, and he's very friendly with me. And like on the audio launch, he said that I ask a lot of questions, which I do. So I would ask him, but why is this happening? Okay, so what happened before this? Because just for me to understand the situation, and I always ask those questions. So Sukumar sir is also someone who's always till the last minute trying to improve the things. So he'd be like, actually good you asked me that question, we can do this now. So we would discuss and something else would come out of it. So that he said, good, you remember, you made my job easy. So.
But as an artist, does that become a little challenging for you, because it's so random, right? You don't know what's going to come out in the end.
No, yeah, Hemant, I always feel that there is nothing, see, nothing comes easy, firstly. Challenges are a part of everything, and if you don't have challenges, then there's nothing to look forward to.
Okay.
What makes life interesting? It's challenges, right? Now you don't take them as challenges. I don't take anything as a challenge. I take it as fun. I take it as reinventing myself, or it's an innovative way of working. So you kind of figure new things. So if you keep it in your head, oh my god, this is going to be so difficult, it's challenging, no, I'm not used to this pattern, it's never going to happen. But you just go with a clean slate and surrender yourself to the director and their ways of working and learn the art. It's just fun. It's just looking forward to doing newer things and in a different way every day. So that's how I take everything.
So what was it like? Every day you arrived on the set and said, let's do it. What is it? Give me.
See, for me, every day going on the set is a lot of fun.
Okay.
I love shooting and I love being in front of the camera and I look forward to it, So for me, okay, what are we doing today? What is the scene today? Acha, let's discuss how will we play it. It's an interesting space to be in.
Right.
So even better when you're actually improvising on set, because then the real you comes out. You're not following someone's body language, you're not restricting yourself, and you yourself don't know what you're going to do.
True.
The best thing is you yourself won't know. So I myself don't know what I've done. Now when I see the scenes, I'm like, acha, haan, while I'm dubbing, okay, this is what I did, that's what I did. I don't know what goes into your head, you just do it.
Right.
It's spontaneous, you just react at that point.
So now that you've dubbed for your lines, do you love yourself in the film, or what do you think of Divyanka as a third person?
Wrong person to ask the question. Wrong person.
Cannot disassociate yourself.
I cannot judge myself.
Okay.
I am super critical. I don't like anything. I can never praise myself. I cannot. I don't even realize I'm an actor. Forget everything else. Hemant, I am telling you, it doesn't even sink in that I'm an actor. So when I see myself on screen also, I'm dubbing, but I don't know that this is me. I know it's very funny.
My God.
But I don't relate to it.
Some clone of you exists in another universe.
Yeah, see, imagine some clone of me. No, but it doesn't sink in. So for me to judge, okay, how am I acting, this and that. No, so I look for, I'll wait for people to respond or give a review or for the director to say. For me, the most important achievement is the director likes it because it's his story, it's his character, and he definitely has a visualization of the character. Now we are just walking him through that journey, right? So if he likes it, then I'm happy, then I don't care.
Okay.
So for me, the final verdict is the director. So I asked, sir, okay na? He says, why, you want to do one more? No, if you are okay, then I'm okay. I don't know, you'll show it to me, I'll still feel that maybe this is useless, I should do another one. So I can never judge myself.
So you've never really you're never closely attached to any of your characters so far?
Attached, yes. Okay. Judging, no.
What's the big difference?
See, attached means everything that I'm doing, I'm attached to.
Yeah.
In terms of, because see, there are too many reasons. One, you invest a lot of time. You almost think and behave like that character. Every film that you do, small, big, lengthy character, small character, it somewhere leaves an impression on you. Okay. So you will be attached to the character. Whether a kick worked or not, I am very attached to Chaitra's character. I enjoyed it thoroughly. So that's how it is. Now whether I can judge myself in the character, whether I was good or bad, that is something I can't do.
Okay.
So that is judgment,
right,
which I can't do, which I leave it for the audience, which I leave it for the industry, the people, the reviewers, like Hemant.
You're blaming me as if I'm the culprit.
Blaming. So you're not the culprit, but the way you write your review. So I leave it to Hemant.
My God,
then I take his review, his review as my exam result.
It's almost like a threat, you know that, right?
You better write a good one now.
Right.
So yeah.
No, I'm quite fascinated by how you view this attachment versus judging that, because once you move to a next film, okay, in your case you're simultaneously shooting for at least two films at any given point, but you learn something from one film,
right,
for whatever it is, and then you try to not repeat those mistakes for your next film. Now when you say that you're not judging yourself,
no.
How does that work?
No. So see, judgment is different.
Okay.
You're never, as an actor, me or anyone else, I don't think we should ever be satisfied with what we're doing.
True. Yeah.
Okay, because then you limit yourself, you limit your growth.
Right.
There's no end to learning.
Right.
And that learning can continue till I'm 50, 60, whatever. Every day you learn.
Right.
Now, whether I make those mistakes or not, that's a very subconscious process of learning from your mistakes.
Right.
It's never the case that, okay, I made a mistake A, which I will not repeat. That could be a very superficial thing, you know, mistake A, B, maybe I didn't set my hair right, I should be careful. Now that is something you can work on. But in terms of performance, it's a much more deeper aspect.
Right.
So that's something you gradually, with time, improve. You don't even realize it. Your comfort in front of the camera improves, your body language improves, your reactions improve, everything. You know, it's never the case that, array, in my first film I was like this, but now because it's my 6th film I will be like this. It's a journey. You don't even realize you keep improving as long as you're open to learning. So that has got nothing to do with judgment.
Okay.
Judgment is, okay, I am good. No, I am not good. I have to improve till the world says I'm good, I'm not going to believe I'm good. And even then I'm not going to believe I'm good.
So
because there's always... Don't even give me a scale. I'll put myself in minus. Because there is so much. Where are we? Yeah, there is so much more to do, and there is. I mean, acting is a vast subject.
Right.
You know, when you look at an Al Pacino and when you look at those performers or Julia Roberts, you're like, oh my God, this is it.
Right.
You know.
You say that every day is a new learning experience
Right.
for you. So, on the sets of this film in particular, Nannaku Prematho, how did it work out? Were there a lot of days where you were zapped with what was happening on the set when you were shooting for a particular scene, or was it just a breeze?
No. I never get zapped and I never get lost. Like I said, I'm like this kid on set, okay? You leave somebody to play around on set, so I'm very excited.
Okay.
So I'll be like, okay, well, but then again, it's not like, okay, what am I learning today? What am I learning today? It's not that. Like I said, it's a very subconscious process. The more smarter people or the more intelligent people that you work with, without your knowledge, you're grasping a lot of things. Right. If you're open to it, that is. So for me, it's always been, I enjoy the process.
Okay.
I enjoy the process and I just leave it at that. So that learning bit happens on its own.
Right.
Your grasping things happens on its own. Your improvisations also happen. But I think the basis of everything is that you should just enjoy what you're doing.
Okay.
Even if you have to wake up at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., just enjoy it. How many people get to wake up at 3 a.m.? They don't. How many people get to shoot in the twilight? They don't. When we shot this song, Love Me Again, that song's been shot in twilight. Okay. So we used to rehearse and then be ready at 8 because 8 is the twilight time and we could just shoot for 45 minutes to an hour during twilight.
8 in the night?
Night, okay. You know, because the sun set late there. So 8:30 to 9:30, 10 we could shoot, and then we would shoot something else, and again from 4 to 5:30 in the morning we could shoot because that's when before sunrise. Right. And then we used to shoot something else or sleep or wait or whatever. So how many people get to do that? Now some people can crib about it that, oh my God, we're just shooting for 3 hours and we're up day and night, and some people can just enjoy the process.
You make everything sound so exciting, you know that, right?
Yeah. See, I'm an exciting person, so you know I make everything sound exciting.
Right.
Yeah.
You've been part of some really big films in the past couple of years, you know, starting with your debut film itself, you know, did really well, and then went on to Laukyam and...
You said couple of years, 2 years only I completed now.
2 years is a lot, okay.
Yeah.
I've seen like some 20 new faces in the meantime. So, but still, you know, somewhere I feel that people are still stuck to how you look on screen than talk about your performance. Have you also gotten those vibes from people you meet all the time?
In terms of the looks, you mean the looks overpowering the performance?
Yeah.
Or?
See, whenever people talk about you, they'll say, okay, Rakul is...
Chala glamorous ga
Chala glamorous.
Oh, a glamorous word teesandi, firstly. I guess somewhere, because for example, a film like Kick did not have me in a glamorous role at all.
But they didn't reveal the non-glamorous part at all before the release, right?
After the release, yes, because they couldn't have.
Yeah.
But after the release, yes.
Okay.
But like I said, I don't pay attention to those things as long as I'm enjoying my work, and my battle's not with, or my achievement or success is not with someone praising me or someone not praising me. It's with myself. My challenges are with myself. So I always believe that with every film or every step, every day, even if you're improving by 1%, if the team that you're working with is happy with the output, if the people you're associated with are happy associating with you, I think that's your achievement.
Okay.
For me, it's not like I'm looking at glamour-oriented roles or I only want to do that. I want to perform. I want scripts where I get a scope to perform. Now, Sarai Nodu will have that. Nannaku Prematho has that. Nannaku Prematho is a stylish character. They might again say that, okay, she looks very stylish and all of that, because that is a character. But how many people, they should actually see that how many people can carry off that stylish character with that body language and that command.
Okay.
It's very easy to wear short clothes, but it's very difficult to do justice to short clothes.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah, so and similarly for your village characters. Now Sarai Nodu and this are absolutely opposite. Like I said, I'm from a small town there where I talk like Kadandi, Alagandi, and here I'm a London bred girl. So I think I enjoy the process. As long as I'm getting to experiment, I'm getting to play different roles, people believe I can pull off a village and a city girl. I'm quite happy with it. I'm sure, though I want to do performance-oriented films.
So have you figured out the trick to making people accept you, that you can perform really well?
There's no trick, yeah. Like I said, life is no trick. Your management you cannot live your life or plan your career. There is no trick to it.
Right.
Everything is going to happen the way it is going to happen. Now this is a very deep meaning. Everything...
You sound like a 40-year-old woman, you know that, right?
But that's what I believe in.
Okay.
Life is no trick. The moment you start putting strategies and planning your life or your films or your work, see, passion cannot be planned.
True. It's a profound statement. Thank you for that.
I just made it up. Wow.
I'm going to tweet about it as soon as this interview ends.
Yes, please. I just made it up. I've never said this before, you know.
Thank you.
Wow, you're getting the intellectual me out. Intellect bite vastundi.
That was the whole idea of this interview.
So I feel if you're passionate about something, you just keep doing it because you enjoy it. You don't plan, you don't strategize, you don't think, okay, this is the trick. There is no trick, there is no formula. If I'm going to get a film like Nannaku Prematho, if it was meant for me, it came to me. I did it. Now, I did to my best capabilities that I could.
Right.
Now, we'll see what happens.
Now,
I'm trying to improve every day.
Okay.
So, hopefully people see that.
Now, given the industry that you're working in, showbiz and all, there are effects and then there are consequences. You might enjoy your process to the fullest extent that you want to, but then a lot depends on the success of that project or not. You know? I'm sure every Friday, the moment the film is bad, they written you off. Oh my God, Rakul is gone now. What will happen to her career now?
Yes.
I'm sure even you're thinking of
Yes.
those insecurities like that, right?
Yes.
So how do you deal with them?
I'd be lying if I say that doesn't affect you. It does. The same people, they'll call you golden leg, golden leg. The moment your two films are hits, like Venkatadri and Lokyam were hit back to back and Karantika did well too, and they were like golden leg, golden leg. And the moment Kick and Bruce Lee did not work, they're like, now ipudu iron leg ayipoyindi. I'm like, dude, I have the same leg. It's a flesh leg. It's got nothing to do with iron leg or golden leg. It's the same blood and flesh and muscles that you have, you know. But
you should have just said that.
I've said that.
No, you should have just said I have toned legs. Nothing else apart from this.
Oh yeah. So I just feel people should see, these are very I feel knee-jerk reactions of writing. Okay, this did not work, that did not work. Even if a film works, I will never take the credit for it because it's everyone's hard work. From even a spot boy, mine, yeah, he feeds everyone. So if he doesn't feed, you guys can't work. So it's everyone's effort together. I will never take the credit, and even if it's a film that's not working, I will never take the blame for it because it's not me who's gone ahead and done that damage to the film. Of course, it's a learning. And when people say that it's she's gone or now the bad time has started or whether she has films or not, it does affect, but at the end of the day I think it's the faith in yourself that keeps you going. You always remember where you started from until where you've come, and that faith will push you ahead.
What, you always keep telling yourself you're doing all right, don't think about all these things, just keep your doing.
I don't think that much.
Okay.
I just feel, I believe in the law of attraction a lot.
Okay.
Whatever you think is going to happen. The more positive you are, the positive things will happen. Even if you have the slightest negativity, even if you have like 1% negative thought in your head, it's not going to work out. You know, like we often say, I always knew this is not going to work. It doesn't work because you always knew it's not going to work.
Okay.
So the moment you're very positive about something, like, you know, you always have a hunch saying, I think I'm going to get that film, and you back that film. That's because you have a positive hunch towards it. So be positive in life, and at the end of the day, whatever's meant to happen will happen.
You just proved what Anushka told a lot of us once, that you are one of her favorite actresses in the current lot, because
yeah, I heard that. I was so happy because I love her. She's one of my favorites.
She said that you're always a very positive person and you have this positive vibe about you.
Don't you feel all positive and blessed right now? I'm sitting
my cold is cured, man. Thank you for that. Has it always been like this since your childhood, or have you changed?
No, I've always been like this, I think. You know, that's something people around me can tell, but I think I've always been like this. I like to be happy.
Okay.
I don't like to attract stress. And I like to, like, I do get stressed, but I try to, like, shun it away with being stupid or silly or, you know, just cracking lame jokes and being me. And you can ask any of my friends, I can get very lame. So,
give me an example. How lame can you get?
That's for you to know after the cameras are shut. Not right now. I can be quite lame. Like if I'm really bored, I'll probably start jumping in a corner.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm getting bored and I need to do something. I cannot sit idle. I have a lot of energy in me, and I need to vent it out.
Okay.
So say if I've not hit the gym, okay, so there'll be that extra energy, or if I'm not shooting that day, there'll be that extra energy. What do? I cannot sit in a room. If I have nothing to do and you lock me up, I will still start jumping in a corner, wanting to vent out my energy because I need that blood rush in me. So I'm quite...
Now I know why you're going to the gym straight after this interview.
So that's because I have to sweat it out.
It's interesting that you talk about, you know, how you're a ball of energy, man. Like, I'm sure everybody knows that by now. I remember meeting you 2 years back, just before Venkatadri Express release, and
yes,
you said that, you know, the fact that you're getting back-to-back offers or you're doing back-to-back films was because you're making up for all the lost time. You know, you made your debut and then you took a long break and then you came back
again.
So, was that how everything was planned? You know, you were just back with a vengeance. You just wanted to work as much as possible.
No planning. That is why I did that. To be honest, I didn't plan. That's why I did that. I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
Okay, I was this kid from Delhi. After 12th, I started modeling. I got an offer. I said, okay, I did not. Okay, now you can't blame me for not knowing how big the South Indian industry was, because I was from Delhi, army, never really saw too many films, wanted to be an actor, but only knew about Hindi a little bit. So when I got my first offer, which was from a Kannada film, I had just started modeling. This is 15 days into modeling. I just turned 18 and I started modeling. They called me and I said, no, I'm not looking at doing South films. I don't know the language, and I had a very different impression about South Indian cinema. I said, I will do only Hindi, as if I have some godfather sitting in Hindi. So I will do only Hindi, like an idiot, I said. So then they spoke to my dad and they offered whatever monies they did. And I felt, wow, this is much more than my pocket money, and my pocket money was some 2 grand a month. I said, oh, I'm going to make money in lakhs and I can get myself a car and all my friends will be jealous. So that's the reason I did my first film.
Right.
Okay. And from there, now I didn't know that you're not supposed to do certain things, or you're supposed to be very careful about what your debut is. I didn't know anything. I didn't know who the actors were. I didn't know whether you could do a smaller role or a special appearance or a second lead and then again get back to main lead. I didn't know how it works. I was the most politically, I could never be politically correct. If somebody asked me, is this right? I said, no, this is wrong, you are wrong. You know, and my dad would actually tell me, like once I went for a meeting wearing sports shoes. So, because I came back from golf. So somebody told me they're supposed to be dressed as a model if you go as a model. I said, but they have my pictures, no. That's why they called me. Now I've come from there, now I'll go back all the way home and then change and then come back. I'm the laziest person when it comes to...
That's so you know.
Yeah, I'm the laziest person when it comes to putting makeup on or getting my hair done. So if you see me outside, I'll always be in that bun. You've bumped into me many times. I'll just tie my hair up into a bun or a pony. Because I just hate overdoing it.
Okay.
So that's how I was. That's my first brush with film. So I did Keritam. And then why I did that was they called me. I was getting a lot of offers from Telugu. The first person who called me down after my Kannada film released was Puri sir. And he offered me a film after Pokhari, the film that he did, and he asked for 100 days. Okay. Because obviously I was new, so they wanted to give some 15-20 days of workshop in 100 days. I said, sorry sir, I'm doing maths honors. I can't give you 100 days. If there's anything for 10-15 days, 20 days, you let me know. So my whole thing was, okay, 15 days I'll get paid this much, or I'll do this much, and that will be enough. You know, I did not know that that's not the way the industry works. So it's only, so I did Keratin because it was only 5 days of work required. Right. And they called me for the main girl. I said, sorry, I can't. Give me anything up to 5-6 days. And they were like, has she lost it? Why is she wanting to do the special appearance bit? And I said, I'll do that. And I did that. Then I fell short of attendance in college because of the Kannada film, this, that. And then I went back to college. I was modeling full time. It's after Miss India, when I interacted with so many more people and I had, you know, my brush with Bombay as such, I realized, okay Rakul, you need to get back on track and you need to figure what you want to do with your life because you cannot be doing scattered projects. So it's after that that I moved to Bombay and I realized how things work, and I signed Yarya before I signed Rough for Venkatadri Express. Oh, okay. I shot for Yarya, and the day I finished shooting for Yarya, within 2 days I started shooting for Rough. Okay. So that's how it was. Then I knew that, you know, everybody, nobody wanted to touch me. They didn't want to like cast me because, oh, ade aa chesindi kada, aa movie chesindi, chala 2 years ayindi, enduku movie ledu. And like an idiot, I used to also meet everybody. Meet and say, no sorry, I can't give dates. No sorry, I can't give dates. So either you don't meet. So my name was there, and people used to wonder, why is she not doing films? There must be something wrong with her. And there were a lot of rumors and stories. So by the time I realized that you are just spoiling everything, Rakul, it was little too late. Okay. So the good projects were not casting me. So I knew that it's not going to be a big launch for me, right, or a relaunch to say so. I will have to work my way up. So, and then I also got replaced from 3 films before that, after being announced. Okay. Yeah, my debut. Forget that. So I also got replaced. So that was like a okay, oh shit, oh no, my heart is sinking. Talk. so by the time I think I got it, I valued it a lot more, right, and I didn't want to waste time, and I gave my 100%. And in a way, now when I look back, I thank God for having me replaced out of those films. Okay. That time I did feel bad, but I'm very thankful to God today because I was still a kid in the head and I wouldn't have respected my job, or I would have gotten it too easy to value it. Right. Now that I had to work hard for it, I know how badly I want it and I know how much I love my work. So all those naysayers who had written you off, they're coming back now? That I don't know. That I don't know. I'm sure there are people in that bracket who have offered you films. See, it's now, not right? Their fault also. Of course. I don't blame them also. It was the situation. Right. And I think any situation changes, you know. When you're doing well, there are people around you. When you're not, nobody is there. So that's the reason I will have respect for everybody. During my first 2-3 films, whoever cast me, I will always have that respect for them. Because they had that belief in you. Because they had that belief in me and faith in me, even when I was a risky person to be cast, you know. So yeah, for that matter, I think Venkatadri Express, I'll always be thankful to Chota sir because it was him and Kiran sir who picked you. Who picked me. Actually, Chota sir was the one who had faith in me initially. Nobody else, not even the others in the team. Right. So he was the one who felt that, no, he tested me for 3 days. Okay. 3 days he kept giving me dialogues and he tested and he said whether I can be Prathna or not. So I'll always have that respect for him. Right. Now it's been almost 2 years since then, and you've done a lot of big films, you know, with the biggest of stars in the industry. So have you learned to say no, even now? You know. No. You haven't learned to say no. Whatever role they offer you, you just take it up. No. That is, of course, you can say yes or no because that's your choice. That's your creative judgment. Okay. I can't say no to hurt people. Like if I want to say no to a certain situation, I cannot say no. Let me rephrase that question. Yes, rephrase. Okay. I'm waiting for that rephrase. Right. Now, dates Levandi. You know, that's like a pretty much the most politically correct statement you'll ever give. Apart from that reason, has there ever been any other reason that you didn't want to do a film which was offered to you? Yeah, there have been scripts which I don't think I understand.
As in?
As in, there have been scripts that have been narrated. Now, you take a lot of narrations. You cannot do so many films in a year.
Right.
You can only do 3 to 4 films.
No, again, that's the dates Levandi situation.
Dates Levandi is there, but,
Okay.
but there have been times where I've said, I'm sorry, but I don't see myself fit into this character, or I cannot relate to this character. You know, I have to believe in something if I'm doing it. Whether that belief goes correct or wrong, that's not in my hand.
Right.
But at least for my own satisfaction, I have to believe in it. Only then I can give my 100%. If beforehand I know ki, arey yaar, I'm just doing this forcefully and I don't like it, it's never going to turn out to be good. Like I said, that positivity won't be there. So, there have been situations where I've said that I don't see myself, or I don't want to do something like this at this point, maybe later.
So what is their reaction when you say that very politely? You're not that blunt.
In front of my face, it's okay, Andy. Tarvata, I don't know. Maybe they abuse me. Face, like in front of me, okay, sare, miro inkok sar alochinchukondi. So that's how it is. After that, I don't know if they abuse me or they're like, what does she think of herself? She's become a big actress or what? That's because she's doing big films.
Does that scare you that people would think of you on those lines?
It does at times, but then I know I'm not that. I know it's not even hit me that I'm an actor. So forget having the air about being a big actress. So people who are taking me wrong, or who think that I've got this whole air about, if at all they think, I don't think too many people think that, or at least I hope to believe not too many people think that. But even if they do, I'm sure once they interact with me, they will know that this is not the case.
Right. Now, for every actress in the industry, right, there's a circle of life. Okay. Now, you start off whichever point, and then you go on to act with the biggest of the names, beat anybody, Mahesh, Pawan, Prabhas, Charan, NTR and all that. Now, once that circle gets completed, right, now people are thinking, okay, what is she going to do next? Because the only other option is you're going to repeat yourself with every other actress. Now, you say that it has not hit you that you're an actress yet, but you are probably midway in that circle, right? So, at what point will it hit you that you're an actress? Like,
maybe never. Maybe never.
But you'll never be satisfied in that sense, right?
I'm satisfied. I didn't say I'm not satisfied.
Okay.
I said I'm very satisfied with the way my life is.
Okay.
I am not overconfident of the way it is. I am not satisfied in a sense that this is it, I have arrived. No, you have never arrived.
Okay.
One hit, one flop can teach you the lesson. You never arrive.
Right.
In life, even if you're at the top, one disaster can bring you down.
Right.
And not only films, it's life. That's how life is, and that's what golf taught me. Golf is a game which is a parallel to life, which I will come at later.
Okay.
But that's what I learned, that you've never arrived, you've never achieved it all, and you just have to enjoy the journey and just be content. I would call it contentment.
Okay.
Not satisfaction, rather I'm content. I'm happy if it works. Because I'm very positive it will, I'm sure it will work, so I don't want to think about the negative.
So what, you don't look at yourself in the mirror and say, where is the fire, Rakul?
The fire is there. Like I said, the passion is there. Like, I don't want to let it go. I love my work so much.
Right.
But then you cannot let your passion or your fire become a negative energy in you. You cannot let it become envious.
Right.
Your competition has to be very healthy.
Right.
You cannot have a cutthroat competition. I can't even gel with people who would probably talk about someone else's work.
Right.
I never like to discuss someone else's work. I never like to discuss my work also.
Okay. So what do you talk about then?
Work is over at 6.
Okay.
Then we talk about ha 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 hee hee, food, movies, sports, fun, things like that. Because life is much more beyond having that envy and that oh my god, she's doing better than me, or he's doing better than me, and why am I not getting that film? You will never be happy. Then you can never be content.
Right.
So
have you done anything in your life apart from including films where you went like, what the fuck am I doing here? Why am I even doing this?
Even if I have done, I'm not saying it in front of camera. So even that is something I am not talking to you about. No, but I don't think. I think I'm proud of everything that I've done. Whether it's worked or not is a different thing. But yes, there have been times where at that point I felt that why is this happening to me? This is not the right thing. Like I said, when I got replaced, you get those dishkyans, that oh my god, what is going to happen now? But now when I look back, I know I feel that it's God who planned it that way, so that it's something that I value. So everything's been a lesson or a journey or a learning in its own way.
Right. So now there's no doubt that you're already in the big league in Telugu, as far as the Telugu career is concerned. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's how it is, Rakul. Okay.
Yes,
Right.
it is.
So in recent times, at least for the past 4-5 months, I'm sure you've come across headlines like Nirmatalki Chukkal Chupistunna Rakul. In terms of no, you're literally showing stars to them in terms of your remuneration. That's what they're referring to.
I also want to see those stars. I've not seen those stars yet, but they've seen it. Okay.
So people think that you're already in the 1 crore bracket. Does it feel great to be there, or is it a big?
It feels very great. Whether I'm there or not, I don't know. వినడానికి చాలా బాగుందండి. Yeah, they say that. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You're the one who's getting a paycheck.
You know what? There's this rumor that I got paid 1.5 crores for Bruce Lee. 1.5 crores for Bruce Lee is what the rumor was. And I said, hello. That was one of my first films. That was a step up after Kick. That was the first so-called big league film.
Right.
Why would they pay me 1.5 crores?
Right.
You know, I won't even ask for it, and they won't even give me even if I do. So these remuneration, I think people should just leave it. You know, it's something, and even if you increase or you decrease, it's always dependent on a certain project.
Right.
You know, how kicked you are about the film, or what is the number of working days that you're giving, how much work are you putting in. Why are heroes' remunerations not discussed?
They are discussed.
Why am I not ready?
It's just that you don't read about them.
No, it's just because you don't ask them when you interview them, Hemant.
You know how much they get paid, right?
Yeah.
At least 15 to 17 times more than what you get.
Exactly.
Right.
So then why have we even discussed? It should be like, Arey, it's a chilla. Arey, these are coins. This is change. Keep the change.
But I'm sure that's what your managers are fighting for on your behalf.
Nobody is fighting, yeah. Nobody is fighting. See, I do films for the love of it.
Right.
And for me, the kick has to be from the film that I'm associated with, either the script or the director or the hero or the setup. It's always a combination.
Right.
Remuneration is important, but it's second.
Okay.
I won't do a film just for remuneration. But on set, then I'm sulking, what am I doing? Then I would say, what the hell am I doing?
You said you have a honors degree in maths.
Yeah.
Okay. Must be really good at
graduate.
accounting and all.
My manager called me a Marwadi. Sorry, but he calls me a Marwadi.
That's like the funniest thing I've heard about you.
Yeah, they call me Kanjus to a different level, and I'm not Kanjus, okay? I just don't waste money, but I spend like a lot. And
like what do you not spend on? Tell me that.
What do I not spend on? Okay.
As in, what do you categorize as wasting money? Like, what is it?
See, I can tell you what I spend on. I spend on everything that is important. I will spend on my wardrobe, my everything, my bags. I will buy. Okay, so for example, I will buy something which is worth 1 lakh. Okay, even if it's a bag.
Okay.
But I will not pay 1 lakh for a belt.
Okay.
Okay, now that I don't know if it makes sense to you, but for me, I'll not pay 1 lakh for a shoe.
Okay.
But I'll pay for a bag. Now some people do that.
Okay.
I don't see this. It doesn't make sense to me. Somehow.
Are you saying that a bag is more useful to you than a shoe?
Yeah,
okay.
because I use it more maybe.
Okay.
You know, I'm more inclined towards bags or towards shades, so I will spend on that. Now this is the materialistic bit of it.
How many bags do you have, or how many shades do you have?
Quite a few.
What, 100?
No, not 100. Come on, they're not paying me 1.5 crores. They're not paying me 1.5 crores. The day they do, I will go and buy 100 pairs of shoes, not shoes, bags and shades.
Okay.
Yeah, but I love bags and shades, so that I would spend on. What I mean when people waste is, okay, I am very bad at leaving tips. Sorry, I'm leaving this. So some people, you know, they'll just leave 1,000 as a tip.
Right.
But that I won't.
Okay, okay.
Service tax.
Right.
We have worked.
Right.
Now people will say, "No, this is a Marwari speaking." But I say, "You worked. That used to be half your pocket money at a point."
No.
I value money that way,
Right.
you know, because I come from a service background. Though I had, I think, the best childhood that my parents could have given me, army background, but I value money and I value things, so I'd rather use that to donate somewhere than leave it as a tip.
Okay, right. Fair
So,
enough,
you know, yeah, or I'd rather, I won't party or say I don't drink and also, I won't splurge money like that.
Right.
That okay, just go every Friday to a club and okay, 30 grand gone, 40 grand gone. I won't do that. So if that is called being conjuice, but then I'd like to probably chill with friends on an everyday basis. So I won't go and do that on one day. A little bit fun here and there every day. So
what, you're building a lot of investments. Have you invested in something in that sense?
that everything my dad takes care of. Yes,
Okay.
I am, but I've just begun. So you know.
Like, what are you doing?
Right now, my first thing that I'm starting is a fitness this thing.
Interesting.
You know of F45.
Right.
So I'm starting the F45 in Gachibowli
Okay.
because I enjoy fitness a lot, and I think it's a very nice concept as such. You know, not a lot of us have so much time to go and think what to work out, or maybe afford trainers who charge like a lakh a month or 50 grand a month minimum,
Right.
personal trainers. But F45 is a system which looks at healthy living. You don't have to, it basically makes you stronger
Okay.
and fitter in a much more natural way, using your own body weight, and it's HIIT, it's very healthy, so all of that. So it's that concept, so I'm starting that. So that's going to be my first business.
Right. Good luck with that,
venture.
man. A
Thank
big
you.
step ahead for you.
Yes. So
Right.
that starts soon.
Now, maths honors. Did you bond a lot with Sukumar Garu?
Yes, he's
because of
also
the-
from maths. So the first time I met him during Nino Kaden time, we gelled on the fact that I am a mathematics graduate and he was a lecturer. And even on set here, we spoke about it, where I asked him, I said, so where are we using that maths? Tell me. You know, I mean, I enjoyed differentiation and calculus majorly. Numbers, I loved playing with numbers. But the theory part of maths, which not a lot of people know about, is disastrous. It's horrible. It is depressing. It's about analysis of maths as to how mathematics came into existence and those imaginary numbers which don't even exist. Imagine, like they're imaginary, but you study about them. Now where am I using those iotas and where am I using those epsilons? I'm not. So we used to discuss this, but I think on the whole maths makes you very logical and practical.
Right. No, whether you believe it or not, but there is a lot of math in the way Sukumar sir writes his scripts.
Yes.
Because he's dealing with so many variables and imaginary situations.
Right.
Right? Did he talk about that? Like, he didn't say that?
He definitely did say that maths has made him, it's opened his horizon of thinking
Okay.
and imagination, like you said. But no, we didn't have too much discussion on what goes behind his writing. But as far as I could sense, I think Sukumar sir definitely picks up real life situations for sure. His own experience or experience with his friends or something that he's seen around. He definitely, he will not make something which is not real at all. He would have somewhere seen it, felt it, been through it, that he writes it down.
You shot the film in London and Spain for quite a few days, so are you fond of these two places? How was the experience like?
I was fond of them before I went. And then too much of London happened.
Okay.
No, but I like London. It's very my kind of place because I don't like silent places.
Okay.
I like buzz, I like people, I like life. You know, so London was fun, but we were there for 3 months.
Okay.
Luckily, I was traveling between Bruce Lee and
Right.
Nannaku Prematho, so I was lucky that I was getting breaks. But the others who were there for straight 3 months were cribbing quite a bit.
Because of what? Like, does it get
Because
really boring?
you get homesick, right? You have
yeah.
your own people around. Now you're in a different country altogether, living in a hotel for 3 months, working or every day. It just gets on to you.
Right.
But I was traveling every 15-20 days, 15 days here and 15 here, so it was still better. But then London was nice.
I heard you lost your way once in London.
Yes.
What
The great
happened?
driver that I think I am.
You can drive, right?
I
Yeah.
love driving.
Yeah,
I
okay.
love driving. Like I take on a drive when I've got nothing to do, I want to listen to great music. I just drive around here.
Right.
So yeah, I was driving this convertible Porsche, which is the car that I drive in the film, and they had to take a few close-ups of mine. So they asked me, there was a U-turn that I had to take, that's about it.
Right.
And they asked me if I needed a car to follow.
Okay.
I mean a car to be in front of me, and me like a bomb like, U-turn kada, cheskunte vastunna, 2 minutes. So I took that U-turn and I did that thing, and then when I was coming back, there was a road to the left.
Okay.
Where the entire unit was there. Now it's right-hand driving. I mean, the lane is right where you drive. It's not the left lane. So I need to be in the left lane to take a left turn. London, you can't drive like India. Rukna bhai. You know, I'm going to go stop, and then it's your fault, and you again blame the person. I told you not to wait.
Right.
So you can't do that.
Right.
I missed the lane, and I had a walkie, and I didn't even have my phone with me. So I just told them on the walkie that I've missed the left lane. I see you guys, so I think I'll take a U-turn wherever next and come back. No response. Like, why can't they hear me? And then I continued driving. I thought, okay, there'll be some U-turn here at 100 meters, 200 meters, nothing. Half a kilometer, there's no U-turn, and then there's a diversion, completely road diverted.
Right.
Goes on to some flyover, some exit, I don't know where. Constantly on my walkie-talkie, I was like, okay, I don't find a U-turn. Can somebody please tell me the way back? I don't have my phone here. I didn't know what the place was called. So basically, I had no phone number, nothing.
Right.
I didn't know how to reach them. I just constantly kept blabbering. I'm crossing this blue building. I'm crossing this glass building. I'm here, I'm there. And with that big camera on my bonnet, and you know where it was? It was right in front of the steering wheel.
Okay.
So how was I driving? Like this? Because I couldn't see the road. And I had to take just a small U-turn, and now that I'm driving like a kilometer and I've gone ahead, I had to drive like this. And people are also looking at me like, what is she doing? I said, shooting. We're shooting. So I started panicking after a while that how am I going to reach them? And I just kept constantly talking on the walkie-talkie, and I think after about 45 minutes they found me.
45 minutes?
Yeah.
You lost, okay.
Yeah, I was lost for 45 minutes because after about 20 minutes I saw this McDonald's, 15 minutes or so, and I kept driving in the drive-through.
Okay.
Because you can't park anywhere, and I didn't want to park anywhere. So I, like, what landmark will I give? So I kept saying, I'm in McDonald's, I'm in McDonald's, I'm in McDonald's. And I kept driving. I think I took some 50 rounds of that drive-through. But the thing was, I could not hear them, but they could hear me.
Okay.
So luckily they could hear me, and they reached McDonald's, and they have captured that sigh of relief in the camera because the camera was rolling. So later Sukumar sir was like, I've got so many reactions of yours, I'm going to use them in the end titles. I said, yes, please do. So it was quite a nice experience.
You talk about people get depressed for 3 months if they shoot single location, right? So have you been to a location where like, please get me out of this place, I don't want to shoot anymore?
Yeah.
What was this country or like, are you tired of some place where you shot too many number of times and all that?
Switzerland.
A lot of people love that, no?
It's too calm for me. Not like I'm tired and all, because you go for 1 week, 10 days, it's fine. The place that I wanted to get out of was Spain when we were shooting, because we were not shooting in the happening part of Spain. We were shooting in a place called La Manga, which is a small, like a resort. It's just a resort in the middle of nowhere, and it's not even a city. You can't even call it a city. So there's nothing to do literally around except for that resort, which is an old age home, which looked like an old age home. So we all called it a old age home, and so we were shooting there for 15 days, and after about 5-6 days we all started counting our days, how many more days to go back, because there was nothing to do in the evenings when you came back. Everything was shut, no people around. It looked like a ghost village. So yeah, it was quite sad. See, I'm so honest. Will you ever find someone so honest? No.
What's your kind of happy place? Apart from the shopping thing, buzzing, but where are you at most?
See, I'm happy when I'm with people who... I enjoy company. I'm not a loner.
Okay.
So I am a people's person. So as long as I'm with a good company, it could be this restaurant where I'm very happy. I'm generally try to be very happy, but for me, company really matters.
Right.
I don't have to necessarily travel to a destination to feel that happiness. For me, it's people over place.
Right. Now the film obviously deals with father and son relationship, right? So could you see your own bonding with your dad when you were shooting the scene? Like, did you have any recollection of the time that you spent with your dad?
Few times, yes. There's this very emotional scene that Tarak shot where everybody got reminded of their parents, I'm guessing, you know. Everybody
Is that where
had
everybody
tears.
cried and
yes, everyone had tears and they
hours?
zoned out, and then Sukumar sir said, okay, let's just take a break and come back after 2 hours, because it was that touching.
Okay.
So those are the moments you actually start thinking, but otherwise you're actually shooting a film, so you're a different character and you're actually concentrating on delivering your lines right and getting the scene right, so you don't really have the space to think so much. But when you're looking at someone else's performance, that's when it gives you the time to, or you zone out and you think. So yeah, a few moments like that.
So what came to your mind about your dad?
Nothing, as to how much we love our parents and we don't express enough.
Right.
We take them for granted many times because they're our parents, you know.
True.
But I think for me or for anyone, our parents are the ones who are our biggest strength, our support. No matter how much we feel they won't understand, they're the ones who know everything. They do understand. They might choose to not talk about things, but they do understand everything that you're going through. So I think we're all blessed to have parents.
Right.
Whoever, like, we should be thankful.
Now, you spoke about golf and equating that with
Life.
So was that your dad who introduced you to golf?
Yes, my dad introduced me to golf. He was, like I said, he was in the army, so you have golf courses mostly every place. And initially when I started golf, I didn't like the game at all. I would cry. I said, I'm not going to the golf course, and he would drag me. If you say no to something at my house, you are going to do that for the rest of your life. Period.
That's a rule, is it?
Yeah,
okay.
Like you don't want to wake up early, you wake up early now. Tomorrow you wake up at 5 a.m. You don't want to eat that, 1 week you're only going to eat that. So there's no saying no. So he would drag me to the golf course. He said, you cannot judge something before you've not tried it. So you try, and I thought it was an oldies game. But when I learned the game, I realized why I call it a parallel to life is, golf is a game which is 18 holes, you know, and the game is in your hand. Like your life is in your hand, you know. You design or you play your game your way. It's not dependent on anyone else. It's your decisions of what club you choose, how well you hit the shot, whether you recover from a bad shot or you don't. So it's very parallel to life. Like, you could spoil a shot, but that's not the end of the game, because the next shot could just be a hole in one and you're back in the game. Right? And similarly, even with life, if there's one decision that has gone wrong or a film that has gone wrong, it's not the end of the life. You will still have those chances to improve, and always think about the shot in hand. Okay. Always think about the shot in hand is a very common phrase used in golf, where you only think about the stroke you're hitting. Yeah. Don't think about your score behind. Don't think how much you can score if you hit this well. Just think about the right contact. So similarly, when we're shooting every day, just think about the moment. Not even shooting, in life generally, just think about living it for the moment. And I think that's how it works. You can always bounce back.
So what's your future plan? As in, what is it that you want to do? Because you're living at the moment. Do you think about your future a lot?
Yes, I do.
So what is it that you see there?
So in future, like, I would just want to do many more films. I feel I've just begun, and there's a lot more to do, a lot more to achieve, a lot more that I would want to experiment with, you know. And yeah, that's as much as I think. That's as much as I think. Like, I want to do a lot more. So that's it.
You don't want to define what is it that exactly?
No, because I myself don't know.
Right.
Because if I define, that means I'm limiting myself.
True.
So I don't know. Sky is the limit. You never know where you are destined to be.
Right. Alright, Rakul, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you
it's a great pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Hemant.
And I didn't forget that Marwari bit.
If you ask my friends, they will say, oh God, she's a Kanjus Marwari. My manager always says that, you had a lot of Marwari friends or what? I'm like, what the hell? Like, I mean, just because I keep my account straight does not mean I'm a Marwari.
So I just hope Nannaku Prematho turns out to be that perfect shot for you on a golf course. And
thank you so much. Thank you, Hemant. I hope it's a hole-in-one.
I hope so too. Thank you so much
Thank
again.
you.
On a parting note, any final words to our iDream viewers?
Well, I would just like to say that, like I spoke a lot about Nannaku Prematho, it's a film which is very, very close to my heart, and I don't think a film with the emotion of a father son or a father-child can go wrong. So please watch the film and please support us, and I'm sure you guys won't be disappointed.